Talia Shire was also a last minute choice because we just couldn't find the right person, and then she came in, and it was, I think, the same night as Carl Weathers. A very, very, I think it was. And she came in, and we just read, and I felt the earth move. I really felt a tremendous vitality and kinship. I mean, I loved her. I really, really loved her. I just loved the way she looked and the way her hair fell, and this timid, fragile creature. I said, it was just incredible, and the perfect voice. So when we were going to do Rocky meets her, and he just talks to her, and he sees a beauty in her that no one else sees because everyone has something to do. Rocky really has nothing to do. So he moves at a much slower pace, and he observes, and he sees things that other people don't see. So he's trying to bring her out because I guess he feels that she's probably the only one who's worse off than he is. So he's feeling kind of like a little protective towards her. And the sequence where we're supposed to go ice skating, originally that was written for 300 extras, and it was a big deal. Well, I show up on the set. They said, we have a slight change in plans. We have one extra. I said, interesting. And I said, well, I have an interesting thing to tell you, too. I don't ice skate. I don't know why I wrote it, but I thought it'd be interesting. So here we are with an empty arena, and I don't really skate at all. So I decided I was going to run on ice, and she says she skates, but if you watch her ankles are falling in, and she's barely holding on. And Rocky's trying to explain his life, looking cool, and he looks like so foolish, but she doesn't care. And where they really come together at that moment when he goes, my father said I wasn't born with much of a brain. He goes, my mother, she says sort of the same thing. He says, you weren't born with much of a body, so you better start developing your brain. It's like, oh, these two people are two halves that absolutely need to fit together. They are really on the same page. Then he walks her home.
I think we make a real sharp couple of coconuts. I'm done with your shot. What do you think?
And I'm starting to realize that this is the key to the film. This is the heartbeat. The whole movie is going to be based on the discovery of these two people, the love. She goes upstairs, and now she's terrified because this is not exactly what you call a swinging bachelor apartment. And the moment when he gets her to that door, all of a sudden the whole facade changes. He no longer looks like this terrifying guy. He goes, would you take off your glasses? And she really looks, if you ever watch that scene closely, you'll never see better responding by an actress to an awakening inside of really feeling like someone truly loves her, that it's like she's dying. She's never felt this before, and coming from this man who is this physical kind of specimen, the last kind of guy she ever imagined herself being with, it just, I disappear in that scene. She is just off the chart.
You don't want to kiss me back if you don't want. I don't want to kiss you.
And I said, as soon as I kiss her, I'm going to be in a hospital bed, but it's okay. I knew I was going to have it. He's like, here comes the flu. And anyway, I come together and I kiss her and we go down to the floor. I don't know if I could ever have a scene that had more love that I'll ever do in it. And even though I got the cold, I'm over it, Talia. It's okay.